July 24th, in the middle of the salmon season, is when the pinks start to show up here in Kodiak, and we were sailing off Raspberry Cape. It was a nasty morning. It was between 5 and 8 foot swells, the southwest 25 ripping up Kupreanof Straight. It's good fishing when the weather's blowing and windy like that. And my name is Christian Trosvig. I'm a skipper out of Kodiak. Alarm started going off in my lazarette, letting me know that there was something going on. My skiff man came in the cabin and told me, "Chris, the stern is going under." The pumps were keeping up, but waves kept breaking over the stern corner where the vessel was going down. And then next thing you know, the engine room alarm started going off. The boat was sinking at that moment. I went out on deck to turn the hydraulics on and move my boom down and swing it over to try and get the boat stable again. And a wave hit the corner of the stern and the boat simply started rolling over real slow. John was out on deck with me. Brandon was inside inside the engine room. And I said, "Brandon, get out of there. You got to get out of there." And his foot got stuck. The boat went over, sending John and I into the water, and Brandon was inside. My skiff man picked me up and didn't know if the vessel was going to immediately start sinking. All I could think about was Brandon, oh my gosh, he's in there. The boat's upside down, he's trapped. 15 to 20 minutes, we circled the boat. We pulled the net away to give him kind of clearance if he could get out the door. I banged on the hull with the plunger pole just to let him know, hey, get out of there. I had a feeling that he was probably alive in there because a good amount of the hull was sticking out of the water still, so I imagine there was air trapped in there. He said that he was trapped in there, tried to get out the window twice, didn't make it. And then when the engine died, after about 15 minutes, the main engine quit. He said it was like a green light for him to go out, get out. And so he got stuck getting out the window. And then he said he just blacked out. We came around the bow, and Fred said, "There he is." And I saw him face down in the water. All I could see was the back of his head. I just dove out of the skiff with my life jacket on and wanted to get a hold of him, and he was dead in the water. He was very rigid. Fred tossed us a line, pulled us to the back of the skiff. We removed his sweatshirt. He's not breathing, his chest isn't going up and down, so I immediately started CPR training that I got from the Red Cross. The way we had him laid in the skiff, it's up against the side and the engine cover. I couldn't come around and do the breaths, so I'm like, "Fred, you got to give him the breaths." On the fourth round of compressions, his fingertips just started to barely move and his eyelashes flickered. And it was right then that I was like, oh my gosh, something's happening. Something big is happening here. Life is coming back to him. First things that came out of his mouth when we were running to the beach is, "Am I alive?" Kissed him on the forehead and said, "You're alive, Brandon. You are alive." The Coast Guard came down to the beach and met us and took him from there and got him in the helicopter. I was not alone in this rescue. There was a lot of factors, a lot of people involved. I would like to thank Catherine Hollis Buchanan, the CPR trainer here in Kodiak, for the Red Cross, and just giving me the motivation and the ability and the strength to administer that and to save a life.